So like saying about the Baco stuff, like if you think that first came in the 50s or the 60s after a fire in London, where there's like two blokes missing for like 2 days. So it's quite a like if you think back then, there's no radios. I think comms lines weren't necessarily a thing by that point, so you've got to have a means of controlling people. So it makes perfect sense. Now, 21st century, most brigades, not ours, have telemetry, which runs that board runs it for you. You're literally, if you're on a telemetry board, you're there to make sure that computer works. And if it doesn't work, you've got to try and instigate some manual calculations. But that massively reduces the load that backhoe's got to do. With us, everything's manual, so you have to, as a wearer, you've got to give gauge readings. As a backer, you've got to ask for gauge readings because you don't know where they are. And likewise, if something goes wrong, like a BA emergency, it's all got to be done via comms. There is no push buttons, evac buttons on our sets, and I think that kind of although it makes things easier having a telemetry board, telemetry set, all links up, I think it's great. I think a lot of people, if they've only ever known that, you get accustomed to that it'll always work, and you then do less, if that makes sense. You're less skillful when it becomes to that backhoe and command and control and knowing when to prompt for messages and when to ask for this, when to ask for that.